The Galactic Council chamber had seen many dramatic moments in its 3,000-year history, but nothing quite like the day humanity finally decided to attend. Admiral Kanat stood at the observation deck of the human flagship Defiance, watching as 999 other vessels emerged from hyperspace in perfect formation around the Council station. The sight was breathtaking even to him, a wall of sleek, predatory ships that seemed to drink in the starlight rather than reflect it. "Admiral," came the voice of Commander Malice through his comm unit. "The Council is hailing us. They seem agitated." Kanat allowed himself a rare smile. "I imagine they would be. Patch me through to the Council chamber." The main screen flickered to life, revealing the semicircular amphitheater where representatives of 47 species gathered in what appeared to be barely controlled panic. The Zephyrian Chancellor, his crystalline form pulsing an alarming shade of orange, was the first to speak. "What is the meaning of this display?" he demanded, his translator struggling with the harmonic frequencies of his distress. "Earth has ignored our summons for over 2 centuries. You missed the Andromedan crisis, the Silicon Wars, the Great Famine of Sector 7. And yet," Kanat interrupted, his voice carrying easily across the chamber, "the galaxy still turns." A collective gasp rippled through the assembled delegates. The Thurian ambassador, a mantis-like creature with compound eyes that glittered like jewels, clicked his mandibles nervously. "Admiral Kanat, I presume? We have heard stories." "I'm sure you have." Kanat clasped his hands behind his back, projecting an image of casual confidence even as his tactical displays showed weapon systems throughout the sector, swiveling toward his fleet. "We've been busy. Busy." The Chancellor's form flared brighter. "While we've been maintaining galactic peace, establishing trade routes, mediating conflicts between species." "You've been playing politics," Malice interjected from her station on the bridge. Her image appeared on a secondary screen, her dark eyes hard as flint. "We've been preparing for war." The temperature in the chamber seemed to drop several degrees. Ambassador Zirion of the Hegemony, a blob of sentient mercury that spoke through gravitational fluctuations, rippled uneasily. "War against whom?" Kanat gestured to the tactical display that materialized in the center of the chamber. Red markers appeared throughout the galaxy's outer rim, thousands upon thousands of them. "Tell me, honored delegates, how long have you known about the Devourers?" Silence. Then the Thurian ambassador's wings began to tremble. That's classified information. How could you possibly?" "Because unlike you, we don't committee our reconnaissance to death." Kanat's voice hardened. "We've known about them for 237 years. Every meeting you've called, every urgent session we've ignored, we were building." The display zoomed in on the edge of the galaxy, showing massive organic-looking ships moving in perfect geometric patterns. Even through the hologram, they radiated a sense of wrongness that made several delegates physically recoil. "They consume entire solar systems," Malice continued, her fingers dancing over her console as more data flooded the display. "Not just the planets, the stars themselves. They're not coming to conquer. They're coming to feed." Chancellor Zephyr's form had dimmed to a pale blue. "The Council has been monitoring the situation." "Monitoring?" Kanat's laugh held no humor. "While you monitored, we built 1,000 warships. While you debated, we developed weapons that can crack a planet. While you formed committees, we trained for war." A new voice cut through the chamber, Admiral Sector of the Hegemony Defense Fleet, his mechanical form bristling with weapons that had remained holstered. 1,000 ships against an armada numbering in the millions. Human arrogance knows no bounds. "You think in terms of quantity," Malice said, her image leaning forward. "We think in terms of capability." The display shifted, showing a detailed schematic of a Devourer vessel, massive, organic, covered in what appeared to be defensive symbiotes. Then it showed a human ship alongside it. The human vessel was perhaps 1/10 the size. "Each of our ships carries enough firepower to sterilize a continent," Kanat explained. "But that's not why we're going to win." He paused, letting the weight of his words settle over the chamber. "We're going to win because we're the only species in this galaxy that's ever faced extinction and chosen to fight rather than negotiate." The Thurian ambassador's compound eyes fixed on him. "What do you want from us?" "Nothing." The word dropped into the silence like a stone into still water. "You had 2 centuries to prepare. You chose to send us meeting invitations instead. But surely, Chancellor Zephyr began. The Devourers will reach the outer colonies in 6 standard months, Malice interrupted. Our fleet departs in 72 hours. Any species that wishes to evacuate their border worlds has that long to decide. Ambassador Zerion's mercurial form rippled with distress. You would leave us defenseless? Kanat's expression softened slightly. No, we'll hold the line as long as we can. But when the fighting starts, don't expect us to fall back to defend your core worlds. Humanity learned long ago that sometimes the only way to protect what you love is to go out and kill what threatens it. He turned to leave, then paused. Oh, and Chancellor? The next time you send a meeting invitation to Earth, make sure it's not about something we've already handled. The screen went dark. Outside the observation deck, 1,000 human warships began to turn toward the galactic rim, their engines burning like newborn stars. In the silence of the council chamber, the Thurian ambassador's whisper carried clearly. Perhaps we should have been building ships instead of meeting tables. But it was too late for perhaps. The humans were already gone, carrying with them the galaxy's only hope, and its promise of vengeance.